You guys can all hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, my name is Thomas Walk. I'm a retired Army veteran, and I've been dealing with PTSD since my deployment to Iraq in 2007. And I struggled with that to the point where I got to a point I almost committed suicide. And a friend stepped in and helped me through that time. And then I was fortunate enough to be able to marry her. That's my wife, Dee, right there. So I thought a couple of years ago, I thought, like, what could I do with all that pain and suffering? Because it couldn't just be that, right? So since about 2 years ago, when I really started to put myself out there again, thanks to my wife, because I was not going to share, I hold 1 first place, 2 second place, and 3 third place national awards for poetry and spoken word. And actually, in another week, I'm going to the Emmys, and I might win one. So, you know, if you feel like giving up, you gotta think it through, man. Like, what you've been through can say so much to somebody else. I inspired somebody to create something, and because of that, I might win an Emmy Award, man. Just, we don't think about that very much when we're right on the edge, I think. All right, this is fresh ink.
New shit.
And my wife liked it, so here you go. It's called Keep On Shifting. It's hard to stay positive in a world that elevates the negative. We'd rather put people down than straighten their crown, and we seem to aspire to climb an ever higher on the backs of anybody we can. On the backs of anybody we can. That's a crazy concept to consume, man. But we push these dirty celebs to the top, begging them to just see us and stop, to tell us the secret to climbing up, but they've become blind to seeing us. So often this happens as people find their path, not realizing the audience were equated in their math. They look down to say, we're not good enough. Then when the sales dip, they say they got it rough. Then when the sales dip, they say they got it rough. From all that talk you talk, I thought you were tough. You got 16 cars and your mansions are neat. Well, I'm over here busting my ass just trying to eat. Why we lift these people up really has me confused. I'm wondering when it became okay to be used. They push their products and tell you where to shop, selling $50 tickets to a movie that's a flop. Show up to award shows flaunting nudity after writing gospel music like God can't see. It's hard to stay positive in a world that elevates the negative. We elevate our idols until they're so high they hide behind fake smiles. No emotion left in their work because they ain't had to suffer in miles. Of course, the idea is to rise above the trouble, but it shouldn't be your goal to go and live inside a bubble. To sit atop your throne inside of your castle while the people who put you up there become your biggest hassle. It's time we pay more attention to the people we're out there lifting. Because if we don't choose to change things soon, the morals that we're used to driving by are going to keep on shifting. Thank you.